Welcome to a Typical Man's Podcast. This is yours truly, Ace. I am accompanied by my co-host, my brother Isaiah Estrada. Say what's up.
What's up? We got better cameras now.
Yeah, man. So, it's been a while. We're probably on what is it, season 3 still. Just it's been a while. It's been a few months. We just, I had to get my priorities in order. A lot has been going on, man. So let's just go right into it. I wanted to talk about the Miami Heat, the NBA Finals. There's a lot going on in the NBA right now, but because of time restrictions, we'll stick it to these topics. All right, so pretty much we got the NBA Finals going on. I remember we were making our predictions earlier this year, and and we were talking the other day, and you did make it a point to bring up that you did say the Heat had a chance of going to the finals.
Yeah, exactly. I brought it up. People laugh at me. They're
I
like,
did.
they're so inconsistent. Well, guess what? That inconsistent team beat everybody in the West. So, I mean, no, the East. So,
But you know what's funny about that is that I'm the one that lives here, like in Miami, and you're
yeah,
not. Like that's what's funny about it. Like I'm always like because I never believed in them, man. You know why? Because Jimmy Butler is not a he's an all-star player. He is a franchise player, but I don't see him as a transcendent player that could lead his team to the finals,
yeah.
which he has done. Obviously, did that in the book and stuff like that. But I never I don't know. I just never viewed him as that type of player. I know he's tough, and I know he has all the great intangibles in the world. I know he pump fakes to every foul like 100 million times and stuff like that. I just never did. Like the whole dynamic of that team is weird. Like I've never seen a pretty much a college based LA Fitness team that just uses 1,000 screens with no names, just the
You keep
Bob, Jill, and John just
you keep referring them as like that LA Fitness. Like,
because they're LA Fitness guys, man. They all play the same way. They cut to the basket. They play hard. They foul you. Every time I play at LA Fitness and I'm done playing ball, I feel like I'm like beat up. I feel like I need to go like chiropractor.
oh man,
Those guys be doing over the back anyway. They play hard, so it's just the other day like Gabe. What's his name? Gabe Vincent or Gabe Vincent? Strauss looks like a guy that lives here in Pembroke Pines. You know, just just regular average Joe. Duncan Robinson looks like he could work at PetSmart. Just looks like a guy out of high school that could work at PetSmart.
oh my,
So so it's one of those things that that's really good. It's really impressive. I do think the Bucks they got lucky because the what is it? This guy that got fired. What is it? Budenholzer got what is it? Just I don't know. He just did. He left Jimmy open off a pick every time and just dared him to shoot mid ranges. And Brook Lopez doesn't guard anything outside of 10 feet. So they were putting Brook Lopez in these pick and rolls, and I think Jimmy got hot, and then I don't know Budenholzer did say, "Hey, let me put a versatile power forward that's just as strong and quick as Jimmy on him." No, he puts Drew Holiday, and I know Drew Holiday is a great defender, but
yeah.
he's still 6'3" and Jimmy's 6'7". So no matter how strong Drew is, Jimmy is just as strong. And remember, you could see over him.
Yeah, they are purging these coaches like it's the next crusade or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I
but the Bucks coach need to get fired. But I do hear you.
no,
These other coaches, yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, I say like, oh, this coach might be fired. It's like, damn, there's been like 6 coach firings, and they all made it to the playoffs. So it's
With
crazy.
good records, with good records.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? The 76ers coach, he had it coming to um, Rivers. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean he He's overrated to me. He's been the most overrated coach probably in modern day. I mean, I never
What,
seen him.
what about that 2008
He's
championship?
not. Listen, him and that whole team reference that 2018 like it's like my dad referenced a time when he met Fat Joe. Like it's just like that one time everybody references in their life. Like that's
It's
what they do. They reference that one championship every time to win an argument.
I will say something funny. The only person on that team that does not reference it is Ray Allen.
Right, and they hated him for a
Yeah,
long
it's
time.
like
But they all refer every time the media gets on Doc. Well, I won on '08, so
uh, it's going to be it's going to be like 10 years or 20 years. It's like, what about that '08 championship? You know,
yeah, they probably use that in their arguments. If they have any wives or getting arguments with their kids, they probably use that.
like, honey, look, while the country was in a great recession, we won a championship.
We won a championship that '08 team. There's no, we know everything now that qualifies us now. Don't ask us any questions.
We beat the Lakers. Okay,
Yep, we beat them. That's it. We were the best team that year. It was like,
we beat Kobe at crime, obviously.
I've never seen a team use like reference like that team so much in their life.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, just Doc has been overrated for a long time. I mean, his X's and O's game is horrible. His adjustments is horrible. He panics after everything. I think he's always up there in text when it comes to coaches.
Yeah.
But he loses his cool like very quickly.
It doesn't help too. Not on like Doc Rivers, doesn't help that Jimmy Butler and Joe Embiid like pretty much threw their whole team under the bus.
What did they say? They said Joel said if we need more
They
help,
said we can't be the ones carrying this team, and everybody got to step up. Meanwhile, they didn't have the most points, so it was just like, oh man.
yeah, but that's I never seen that before. Like I never seen a team just throw their coach or whatever. When is it going to be them? You know what it is? Basketball. You've seen it with Miami. Basketball, you have to move, and I think the problem with Joel and James is that off the ball they don't do enough. They don't do enough things off the ball. You know what I'm saying? To do. It's funny. Like Miami has the opposite problem. Like Miami has like they do all the small stuff well. They just don't have a guy to say consistent enough to say, "Hey, go get it." For 48 minutes. And you're seeing that every time Jimmy's matched up with a versatile power forward that's just as strong and quick as him, Jimmy is not the player that he is. And I said that. I said that when he went against Anthony Davis. I said that when Al Horford was matched up against him.
Yeah.
And I knew this series, Aaron Gordon, again, Jimmy could only call for so many screens. You could call 1, 2, 3, 4 screens. If Aaron fights over those screens at any time and he's matched up with him, Jimmy cannot do anything with him.
Yeah. Speaking of like Aaron Gordon, Gore, my bad. That Denver team though, they're they're something else.
Yeah, they are. You know, Denver plays like Miami, except they're more athletically
Oh,
talented, which makes
yeah.
it worse for Miami. So now, because what Miami got off on was that they what is it? They outworked every team that was more talented than
Yeah.
them, and they capitalized off of their mistakes and the off-ball movement. See, the problem is with Boston that Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown just do one-on-one, 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 no off-ball movement, no actual offense.
I will say this about Denver. They are the most. I mean, they're the first seed, but they are the most consistent team
Of course,
in playoffs compared to any other team. Sure, they lost like some games with the Suns and some games here, but besides that, it wasn't like anything like too major, like people would make fun of them for, because they're like, all right, we'll learn from that the next game, and they fucking beat the other team by like 10 points. So
Yeah,
it's kind
because they played for 48 minutes doing
of,
that.
yeah. Not only that, and also too, as soon I think it was like the Lakers game. As soon as I see them up by 10 points, and then it keeps, and it's like a still a score gap for the next like 20 minutes. I'm like, yeah, it's over. It's like LeBron's not getting his fifth ring. That's it.
I'm not gonna lie. I was not a believer in the Heat or Denver. Like, I did not have any of these teams. I had them bounce out the first round each. I didn't even like in the first round. So I'll be lying to you if I said I believed in these
I
teams.
think what the deal with Denver was, no one talked about them all that much.
Yeah, because they have the boring European superstar. I mean, the rest of their guys are just role players.
Yeah,
Um, you know, and that's the thing with Denver, man. But they're for real, and their player Jokic is playing really at a real high level right now. I mean, it's just
yeah.
amazing what he's doing.
I think what also too is they saw the thing with like the Bucks and how the Heat upset them, so they thought in a way that maybe the Lakers would somewhat do it, but it didn't happen like at all. So
What happened with the Lakers?
no, because when there are more people like saying, "Oh, the Lakers," they might have a chance to beat the Denver
Oh, I
before
thought they were going to beat them. I thought they were going to beat them like 5-1. I mean, 4-1.
what the Lakers.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they would not 4-1, but at least like it would be their toughest series. But yeah,